In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use the SP Form Builder. First, log into the admin area of your website, and you'll notice that there's now a new icon called SP Form Builder over here. Click on that. Before I create a new form, I just show you what types of forms you can create. So over here, we do a survey with our customers and we send them out a link. How can we improve? They give some suggestions, their name if they wish to leave it. We ask them if they'd like to receive our newsletter. How do they hear about us? So you can see there's all different types of inputs. We've got text input fields, radio buttons, select boxes, and these are called text areas. So you can do a survey with your customers. What you can also do is have your customers book meetings with you. It's easier than having emails go back and forth, so I just send them a link to our book a meeting form, and they can put their name in and also suggest a time. So that saves you time. You can also have prospective employees submit information, such as their name, address, referees, and this is quite good because it's all stored in one place, so when you've got to do your calls to follow up with referees, you can just access one place. We can also use it for internal purposes like staff leave requests. So they can put their name in, request the date, and the reason that they need leave, whether it be sick leave or annual leave. And you can get quite complex with it as well. So we call this form stage 1, and this allows our partners to request services from us such as domain names, website packages, modules, and they can fill out lots of information. And what this means is it lessens the chance of mistakes such as spelling errors and so forth, and they also supply us with all the information that we need to set up a new website. So there's many ways that you can use Form Builder, but here's just an example of how to do it. So I'll show you one of the forms, maybe a more basic one such as book a meeting. And if I click edit, the first thing that shows up is you'll see the link to the actual form. So if you wanted somebody to fill out the form, you'd right click on this link and go copy link location, and I'll just open up an email so you see what it looks like. And that's opening now, and I'll move that email over there, and I'd go, please fill out form here. And what will happen is when you send that email off, the email program will automatically make that a clickable link. So that's one way to send out your form. But then below that you see we've got all of the different types of form fields. So our first one here is called text, which means a text area. And what we've done, you see the parameters here, this says how many rows and how many columns it's going to be. And you can always access this information on the right hand side of the page. It's a bit hard to see in this example, but it actually tells you when you click on that link up there, it tells you all the different values. So here's a text field, text area, and what the different values are. So I'll just go back to here. Oh, so that's not a text area, it's a text input field. And we go down a bit further. We've got a date. So that automatically shows that date selection icon. I'll just show you that again. So automatically adds in this little icon so they can go and choose the date that they want. And we go down a bit further. We've chosen to use a drop down, and these are all of the different times that they can select in the drop down, or it might be days of week, or it could be the type of product you want them to choose. All you have to do is separate each of those things with a comma, and it'll automatically show up like this. So they can select one of them. We'll go back over here. And now we've got a radio button. So a radio button means they can only make one selection. So if we go back here and have a look at this radio button, it will choose one of the many radio options you give them. And we go down a bit further, and you can see I can add an extra field. So here's all the different fields we can add. So for example, if I wanted them to tick multiple boxes, and let's say it was newsletters, so I'll go choose which newsletter, and we'll go IT news, web news, personal blog, and we'll do one more, and we'll go just latest news, just so you get the idea. Then if I click update form, now when I go back and I refresh this page, I've now got an extra area where down on here where they can go and choose as many of those as they want. Now I'm actually going to delete that because I don't want people to see that. So how do I delete that? Required, hidden. I'll just delete all the content out of it, and that should remove it. And update form, and now it's gone. Now there's some nice advanced features of Form Builder, and that is that it can email you, but it can also store all of the information in a database that you can access later, that you can download either as a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet or as a Word document. So let's have a look at that at the main config. So here's the name of the form, book a meeting. It's going to be emailed to me. And if you're using the more advanced features of E107, such as classes, it can say that the results are only visible to the class that you determine. Most customers won't be using this, but it is helpful sometimes. Of course, you don't want the results viewable to everyone, because then everyone who logs into the website would be able to see it. So normally it would actually just be the administrator. It's in there somewhere. We don't want everyone, but we just say Planet staff. And Planet staff can also edit the results. Who can use this form? Well, we want everybody to be able to use the form, and we want to save the results in a database. So you can also put a text message in, which appears above the form, which says this form will, if it's a survey, please fill out this form so we can find out how many people think that the roading system in Palmerston North is good. And once they submit the form, you can also have a thank you message. So now let's go back and we'll have a look over here. Because I'm logged in as a Spinning Planet staff member, I can see these two links here, but normal website visitors can't. So you can have a quick overview of stats, and this shows the meetings that have been submitted. Most people ask for between 10 and 11, and most people have been asking for our internet marketing meeting. So that's just a good quick overview. The more powerful side of it is actually view form results, because you can either search through all the results internally, or you can download as an Excel spreadsheet. So we use OpenOffice, so I'll just open that up to give you a look. It's just opening now, and we can see OpenOffice, it's giving their emails and all that sort of information, and then you can go in and you can compare all those statistics using Excel or OpenOffice's spreadsheet functions. So that's quite a nice feature. And it always stays in there too, so if you lose the email, you can always just come back here and have a look for it. So let's say, I think I saw a Brent in there. If I search for Brent, oh no, that didn't come up. Maybe it wasn't. I'll just say list all results, and that'll show me everything. So I can go in there and I can edit those if I want. Well, there was a Brent that didn't show up. But you can see that you can go in there and you can edit all those results, which is really good. If you have any advanced questions about Form Builder, please feel free to contact us at support@spinningplanet.co.nz.